Really, we got a great leader, A.J. Johnson. He stepped up and showed us he came back for a reason, and that's to win. And nobody want to let A.J. down. And, of course, we have to do our assignment and play good football.
It seems there were a lot of high-scoring games in the conference early this season. It seems to have settled down a bit. And a lot of defenses in the SEC are up near the top of the nation in various categories. Just how much pride do y'all take in just the way the SEC plays defensively and stuff?
Well, obviously the SEC is a hard conference, and I mean everybody looks down on Tennessee sometimes, but really we know we got a pretty good defense, and all we have to do is just execute the small things. We have to make tackles on the back end, and the D-line have to give a good push for the linebackers to make tackles and DBs to catch interceptions and do whatever to win.
Justin, what would it mean to the program if you guys could get a winning season and a bowl bid?
I mean, yeah, like the seniors, we haven't been to a bowl since we've been here. So, I mean, going to a bowl game would mean everything to us. Personally, I think like if we get to go to a bowl game, it'll change the whole perception of Tennessee.
What about the culture going forward? How much would that help the program going forward?
Yeah, I mean, like obviously getting a bowl game would change the culture, get better recruiting. I mean, you know, it's going to carry on towards the younger guys. They're going to know how it feels to win, and they're going to want it more.
Justin, you guys have been really good, or have been really good in not giving up the big play to the first half of the season. The last two games, Ole Miss and Alabama got you guys in some big plays. What's the reason for that, and what did you guys got to do to correct that so that you don't get the big play Saturday night?
I mean, everything came down to us. I mean, the small details, we didn't make the right checks, or we had bad technique. It wasn't nothing special that anybody did to basically take advantage of us, but as everybody can see, when we get it corrected, we can play good defense. We can be one of the best defenses in the country.
Were you guys just anxious, you think, to start the last game and kind of maybe overhyped a little bit and kind of missed some stuff that you hadn't missed? You know?
I'm pretty sure we didn't expect like a big play to happen to occur. I mean, it was just a bad check here and there, but I mean, we came out prepared. We were ready to fight for Tennessee.
I guess you played down in South Carolina 2 years ago, didn't you? What do you remember about the scene there?
One thing I remember is the atmosphere. It was pretty loud. I mean, they had some obnoxious fans, and when we made a big play on them, the stadium get quiet. So I'm looking forward to the stadium being quiet.
What about Steve Spurrier as an offensive coordinator? He's the head coach, but it's his offense. What do you see when you think of him and his offense? What do you think of?
Well, I think they're gonna run things that would hurt the defense as far as any type of beater in the coverage. And they find out what coverage you're in, they're gonna find their best way to find a beater to beat you.
Coach Martinez last week was complimentary of how you played this year. How do you feel like you played?
I feel like I played pretty decent. I could play a lot better, but one thing I look forward to is making a lot more plays. I only have one interception, and I was hoping to get a lot more.
Justin, just how explosive is South Carolina's offense at times? We've seen them be able to put up a lot of points.
Well, South Carolina, I guess when you can say like when they're passionate about playing, they can put up points, and when you mess up, they find a way to make it explosive. Because I mean that's the SEC. That's what happens in the SEC.
Well, what have you seen from their quarterback, Dylan Thompson? What enables him to put up some yards?
He's not the fastest guy, but he when he have an opportunity to run, he would run. He's pretty tough. He can take some hits, and he makes the passes that need to be made.
What's been the key to you being a much more consistent player this year? You've always been a guy who's come up, been a hard hitter, made some plays. You've been more consistent this season, it seems like.
Yeah.
What's been the key to that?
Well, really, like everybody, it's my last go-round. I mean, I don't have space to mess up. I don't want to let the team down, and I just know it's not about me. and if I mess up, it's gonna make Tennessee look bad. So I try my best to make plays for Tennessee.
Because a lot of people say